Welcome back, folks, to Team Dark. Shadow is, wants revenge over Eggman, and Rouge still confuses the hell out of me because I don't know why she's got this huge grudge against Eggman for not having treasure that she wrongly expected he would have. Like, what was she
Why would he
expecting?
have treasure? Is Eggman rich and we just don't know it?
I don't know. I mean...
Does he actually have a lot of patents that he's just collecting money off of?
I mean, canonically, according to Sonic 4, no, he's pretty broke, and that's why a lot of that's why a lot of his old Eggbot designs make a return, or Badnik designs make a return in Sonic 4.
Yes. Eggman's out of money in Sonic 4. You don't say.
It's almost as if it's meta. Episode 3. They were on such a good track. I really like episode 2. I thought Sonic 4 episode 2 was a great response to episode 1.
I don't know. Like, maybe it's because I don't really know what I had in mind when I was thinking about Sonic 4. Maybe I was hoping for like the Mega Man 9 and 10 kind of feel.
In what way?
Retro.
Okay.
But would that have taken more time to make?
Sorry, would take what to make?
Like more time, like because I was gonna say a lot of problems with like trying to make good retro games nowadays is that I think a lot of like Japanese artists aren't good at pixel art anymore because they don't specialize in it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that could be it. I don't know, like, well, with Sonic 4, like, they basically stuck modern Sonic into a classic setting, and modernized that. With Mega Man, I don't know, like, they wanted that throwback, but I found it kind of jarring, almost, that they went back to that style for 9 and 10.
I kind of liked it, but if they tried doing that for, like, X... No, actually, I bet I would have liked that better for X2. I don't know, something about Mega Man is whenever you try and like make it too advanced, it just doesn't play the same anymore. I feel like that's why Mega Man 7 has such a different feel than like Mega Man 6.
Well, because 7 went with the 2.5D approach, did it not?
I think it did something with like the SNES like blast processing for like the stage graphics.
Oh wait, sorry, I was thinking X7, my bad.
Oh god, no. Yeah, X7's at 2.5 at its finest.
I look forward to your Let's Play on that one day. I know it's gonna happen.
No, it's...
Because you like suffering.
Whenever I can confidently, like, go through it, one day.
One day.
All attempts to practice it have not gone well.
I like how that you've already begun, though. Yeah,
I have tons of bad ideas in my head, and I regret all of them.
I like. What's your favorite Mega Man style? Like across like the entire franchise.
0. Mega Man 0, and then X5, and then Legends.
Oh, Legends. Okay. Cool.
I really like Legends, and I feel that the fact that Legends 3 wasn't made on the 360 and PS3 is probably what lost all potential for that franchise. Oh, you're good. Like, so, you know Dead Rising and Lost Planet, right?
Yes.
So, Inafune worked on that engine because he made it in mind to work for a Mega Man Legends style game, a third-person shooter-esque thing. I believe it was called the actual like Legends 3 engine. Don't quote me. I remember reading that somewhere. So I'll definitely have to look it up. Let me look it up here. But Lost Planet definitely had the feel that it could have been like a Mega Man Legends style like gameplay feel.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I got most of the story. Skype was cutting in and out.
Oh no,
we're good.
Poor Skype.
We're good. It's Skype doesn't like us talking about Capcom and Mega Man, apparently.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like how Atlas is monitoring everyone's calls when they talk about Persona 5.
You know, playing Persona 4 is making me interested in looking at Persona 5. But like we were talking off camera, like it gets off to a slow start, but it's finally growing on me. Like I'm starting to like the characters more. I think the voice acting's pretty solid. It sort of has that thing with, because here's my problem with Animal Crossing. I had to stop Animal Crossing because I realized how close to real life it was. Like, you know, paying bills and you know, working and doing the whole mortgage thing. I'm like, wow, why am I doing this in a game when I should probably be getting back to this stuff in real life?
Real life kind of gets in the way.
Yeah, and Persona 4 sort of has that same effect. I'm like, oh, look, making friends, building relationships, defeating monsters in my spare time. This is all stuff I should be doing in real life. Why am I doing it here? But you know what? The music's pretty catchy. Honestly, I think the music is what kept me going for it. So I just wanted to hear like what the soundtrack had to offer next. And as I kept going through the game, or yeah, I'm still pretty early on, just a couple hours in, but yeah, you know, I'm pretty enamored by it now.
So Soji Meguro's music is top notch.
It's so good.
Like, one of the things I wish I had about Persona 5, and it's a shame that there's DLC that has soundtracks and costumes from like previous SMT games, and they're all remixes, and they're all phenomenal.
Oh wow.
I just want a soundtrack of just all of those.
Yeah,
There's a vinyl that just came out for P5. It was like $100 though.
what? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, $100 American?
Yes.
Oh god.
That's for the regular edition. There's a collector's edition that came with a book that was like $180 American.
Speaking of collector's editions, what do you think of the collector's edition for Marvel vs. Capcom?
Oh, Infinite?
Yeah, Infinite.
I wish there was another way I could get that Mega Man figure.
I know! The second I saw that, I'm like, oh god, I can only imagine what Zarek's thinking right now.
Well, there are already like really good Mega Man figures out there. Like the Bandai Key Arts figures are really good.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
And they got them for Ultimate Armors. They have them for the variety of the other games. Oh, cool! You got the that one.
Yeah, Pro Strats.
Pro Strats. How many times did it take you?
That was my first try.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I totally bought things later on, but we won't worry about that. But yeah, that collector's, oh man, that Mega Man X figure, you know you're not gonna be able to get it anywhere else. Like they're gonna keep that thing a game exclusive for as long as they can.
Yeah, will they really sell out of it though? Like $200 for a collector's edition's kind of steep.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
And I'm thinking about a lot of fighting games lately, like with Injustice and MK Infinite. Do I even want to get it on day one?
Probably not.
Don't I want to wait for the Ultimate Edition that comes out with all the DLC characters later?
Yeah, for like half the price, because it's gonna happen. So yeah, it's not really worth it. Also, there's a lot of games coming out this year, like Danganronpa, and Sonic Mania, and Sonic
3
Forces.
is still coming out. I just remembered that yesterday.
Yeah, right. It just clicked like this past week for me too. I'm like, oh shoot,
It
that's
kind
a
of
game
been
I
like
have to remember.
a drought of like information. Like stuff was coming, and then it kind of stopped. And I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know what that whole push was about, but it was probably because I think they announced the collector's edition and they wanted to get as many pre-orders as they could.
That's true. Also, the anime had, like ended when they announced it, so.
Oh, that's, you know what? Yeah, from a marketing standpoint, they probably hit a pretty good point. I would have marketed it a little earlier if I were them, like because like I don't think they marketed it until like just after the anime started finishing.
I didn't see any marketing for the PS4 versions of 1 and 2. I saw anti-marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another good point. Because it was on Steam at that point, so they had a much bigger audience to tap into. Yeah,
And those games would sell. People like visual novels on the PlayStation 4, I think.
yeah.
I don't know, Steins Gate Zero is on sale right now. I mean, I won't be getting it. But
I'm thinking about it, but have you watched or played the game?
I played through the first fifth of Steins Gate.
Okay.
That's a damn good story. Wow, that main character kind of gets on my nerves.
Yeah. I've only watched the anime. What? The turtle?
You know, it's fine.
Oh, it happens every time. Because I died at some point, so I had to do that section like 1 or 2 more times. And like every single time, you have no control over Shadow or any of your team members, and it always sends you careening into that goddamn last turtle, and you always get hit. I'm like, wow, this is broken. This is actually a broken part of the game.
This is still probably my favorite dark level, just because the shortcuts are the easiest ones to kind of do.
Yeah, and the level changes up enough. Like, you have like different sections and different gimmicks to break up the monotony, so it's fine.
Until you get to the lava part, and then it's not fine.
Yeah, and this part, boy, if you miss one of these, yep. There it is. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting, oh, okay, I actually got it.
There you
wow.
go.
I mean, yeah.
Good speed strats, though.
Yeah, right? That's totally what I meant to do. Also, if you do take those, I think you don't have to go through the gauntlet of having to defeat every enemy level.
Yeah, because otherwise the elevator stops.
Yeah, and my god, that is a grind and a half for sure.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
It would have been really cool if you caught yourself, though.
Yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, oh, there's that. I hit the button just a second too late after I saw the rainbow rings, and I thought, okay, maybe I can recover it. Maybe I can take advantage of this shortcut. Nope. There I go. Cue the Sega logo. Yeah, for anyone watching, that was probably a too obscure a reference, but those 3 kids yelling Sega was part of Sega of America's marketing campaign back in the mid-90s.
Well, we didn't get Sega to Sanchuro, so we had to get someone.
We had to get someone.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be some racist hamsters.
I mean, during the time, like, Sega was really... I would argue that because of Aaron Weber, Sega's marketing is making a second coming of what it was in the 90s. Like, just being edgy and taking on, like, all the other marketers in the video game world, and now the fast food world, apparently. Although they seem to get along pretty well with the fast food people, so...
Self-awareness is where it's at.
Yeah, right? But it makes for some damn good memes.
Nope. Oh, darn.
Nope, not gonna happen. I don't know why I'm not using the Team Blast here. I don't know why I was stubborn. I should have just cut my losses, but I think I was expecting like a worse... That's the thing about this game. Whenever you think now's an appropriate time to use the Team Blast, it never is, because there's another enemy right around the corner that you should have seen.
And it's a lot tougher and stronger.
Yep. And you're there for about 10 minutes trying to beat it because of some stupid shield or helmet. But we're Shadow.
Do you ever feel like Sonic's heyday was kind of like wasted, almost?
Which time?
When I say heyday, I guess I should like throw out a time. So, Adventure 2 came out around, what was it, 2002, 2003?
Yes. Yeah. No. This game was 2003, so I think.
This was 2003. Okay,
I think SE2 was 2000.
2003 to about 2008. There were like Sonic games on all the portables, on all the systems. There was Sonic X going on TV. I think the comics had reached like a new... did they reach like the high around then?
I think so. Yeah, no, they did, because that's when they were gaining a lot of popularity, and the stories were pretty solid. I think he had the Eggman Empire storyline around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what like really like came out of it? Advance was good.
Advance was great. I mean,
but out of it we got a Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Riders, 06.
Well, I would argue that because I believe there is like a dark ages for the Sonic franchise, and I think it starts with Sonic Heroes, because this was sort of when Sonic Team sort of started to get a little directionless again, because like they just came out of the high-end adventure series, and now they weren't really sure how to capitalize on it. So they came up with Sonic Heroes, which didn't really continue the Adventures saga, but it didn't really establish like a thing on its own as well. So, like, they were pretty much in limbo, and from there, boy, like, Shadow the Hedgehog was a response to our fans want guns in Sonic games, and let's resurrect this character that we didn't really plan a resurrection for. So that was a mess on its own, not to mention the horrible gameplay that game promoted. And then it just went downhill from there, and that was Sonic's, 20th anniversary, or was that the 15th?
I can't recall. But it's also the time where, like, the most games were being made.
Yes, that's true. They had an abundance of them, but that was also Sonic Team's approach at the time. Let's just come out with a bunch of Sonic games, something for everyone, split our teams across, like, the world. And here's an example of you not being able to do anything because as a result,
the bullets are frozen in time.
And their hitboxes are active. You can't get hit by them.
Yes, they are.
It's the worst. It's actually the worst. But yeah, but I mean, like, that's when Sonic 06 like represented the pinnacle of all of their downfalls and their mistakes, because man, everything happened with Sonic 06. They put themselves on a ridiculous timeline to meet the holiday demand. They split their team.
That is the craziest deadline.
Yeah, that was nuts. Like now, I mean, God, when Sonic Mania was announced to be, or Sonic Mania or Sonic Forces, maybe both, but I'm pretty sure Mania, when they announced that it was being delayed for quality earlier this year, I was like, holy cow, this is, like, Sonic Team has really learned their lesson. Like, wow, it only took, like, I don't know, a decade or two.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Okay, it's bullshit how the lava just rises up really fast with you.
Oh, the rubber banding is worse than, like, Mario Kart Wii's rubber banding, yeah. Or, sorry, let's stay topical. It's worse than Sonic Rivals rubber banding.
Oh yeah, that's some rubber banding.
Yeah.
Sonic All-Stars Racing doesn't really have that bad of rubber banding, thankfully.
Sonic All-Stars Racing, both the original and Transformed, are very good games.
They are very good. Actually, I like them more than Mario Kart, personally.
They just feel, I don't know, there's something about, like, the driving mechanics and, like, the level design that feels so fresh.
Just average.
Yeah, no, I dig it. We should play that game at some point as well. Man, what's Rouge's deal?
Rouge, you're right. Who are those?
Like, what the? Where's that shade come from? It's like, hey, let's pick a fight. There's some jumps.
She's really mad she didn't get her shine.
You guys don't fool me. I know what you're
Yeah, didn't get a Rouge to Bat spin-off.
Where did she get that jumpsuit? How come she never wears it again?
I don't know. I don't mind Rouge's design though in this game. Like, I think it's a nice update from SA2. Like, this looks a lot more Spy Gear-ish.
Spy Gears, yeah. Or Spy Kids, there you go.
The Spy Kid skin, yeah. Sorry, Charmy, I hate to do this to you, especially because you've suffered so much in the comics, but I gotta progress the game.
That's a pretty legitimate strategy to beat that. I always just do the whole lightning shot within flying mode and hope it just knocks them out.
Yeah, at one point I just cut my losses. I'm like, you know what? The way to beat these guys, just spam the Sonic Wind, or whatever Shadow's version of it is called.
Edgelord Wind.
Edgelord. Yeah, okay, I'll take that.